This is Benjamin Martinez from Muay Thai for Life here with the reigning defending MTFL lightweight champion Sam the Surgeon Ghoroghi. Sam, I think everybody wants to know what is the MTFL lightweight champion up to and how is he feeling today?
Hi, Sebastian. To be honest, since my last fight where I gained the belt, I've taken a vacation. I've been in Spain for a couple of weeks, and now I'm back in Sweden. I got sick, been puking, but yeah, that's probably what I've been doing since my last fight. Just
Well, it sounds like you could easily make weight then because of all the puking.
Actually, I could. I am around 63 kilos right now, so that wouldn't be too hard.
Okay, well, we'll keep that in mind if a short notice thing pops up.
Yeah, and that is after the vacation and all the eating. So
Oh,
there's pretty many kilos I lost in just 2, 3 days.
wow, I guess dietitians hate him for his one simple hack that he's figured out.
Actually, not too long ago, I can't remember what fight it was, but I got food poisoning like 4 days before the fight, and that was probably the easiest weighing I have done. Uh, so
And what about the fight? Was it one of the harder fights or?
it was, yeah, it was pretty hard. My body didn't recover fully, but it worked, and I won the fight. So hey, I wouldn't say it's a tip to people to try it, but if it happens, you could cope with it, of course.
Hey, sometimes you got to roll with the punches or the sickness, depending on what comes your way.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and speaking of rolling with the punches, I mean, you're coming off of a 5 round decision victory now, which obviously gave you the title, which suits you so nicely there on that shelf behind you.
Oh, thank
You
you.
fought a very experienced guy, a long, lanky guy, but you really put it on him. It seemed like you kind of shut down his whole game. It's been a little while now. You've probably had more time to look back at the fight. How do you look at that fight, and how do you feel about how it went overall?
Um, I had a really strict game plan, which I executed almost perfectly. I knew I had watched a lot of fights where he went 5 rounds, and the common thread there was that he lost always the two first rounds and won the last 3 rounds. And I wasn't sure going into the fight if it was a strategy or he was just like a slow starter. So my game plan was to do just enough to win each round. So when and if he was going to bring up the tempo and trying to like change the rhythm, I could like pace myself in his rhythm and be as active, if not more, so I could stop him from getting that momentum that he usually got in his previous fights. Um, so my game plan was to do just enough each round, but win every round. And except the last 10 seconds, I think I did pretty good.
Absolutely. I think most people would agree that you were up every single round heading into that. But sometimes they say that, what makes a champion isn't how he deals with the easier parts of it, but how he deals with the adversity and the uphill battle. And that was one heck of an uphill battle. I mean, those 10 seconds must have felt like 5 minutes for you. Can you put us in your headspace? You get hit with that knee. Do you know how much time is left? Like, how stable is the ground beneath you? Like, take us through those 10 seconds of hell.
I can actually remember exactly what happened. I hear my corner say something like, "It's 20 seconds left," and one big mistake that I tell even my own students to never make. Fighting is about seconds, even not even that milliseconds. So you can't relax. But when I hear this 20 seconds, I'm thinking to myself in the ring, I got this. The moment I'm thinking that, the momentum shifts and he hits a pretty good knee to my liver.
Hmm.
Uh, So then I'm thinking, fuck, it's not, it's 20 seconds left. Don't fuck this up. And then he raises his right knee. So I'm trying to evade it and move to my right. And he switches up to jumping left knee and hits me perfectly. When it hits me, I'm gone probably a second or two. And I know when I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, just hold on. It's like not it's probably 10 seconds left or something. So I'm trying to find him in the clinch. I feel my legs aren't that steady yet. My mind is back, but my leg is not under me. So I'm just trying to hold on. I think I eat an elbow, and that like wakes my body up. And yeah, so I was gone for a second or two, but yeah, just try to hold on. I knew it wasn't long left, so yeah, survival mode.
And that I wonder because you've had a lot of good fights against top competition, but is that the most hurt that you've been in at least a couple of years in
Yes,
a fight?
yes. Actually, I have never been knocked down or even been dazed in a fight before. Um, so that was the first time, and I have made promises that I would never be knocked down to my girlfriends. She was really upset after the fight. Even that I won the belt, she wasn't too happy with me. So but I said it wasn't a knockdown. It was more like
Like
a
you got
temporary
rocked, kind of, or
rocked. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. So I said I still kept my promise. I didn't
yeah.
break it. So, but I promised her to never make her feel that way again by seeing me in that position.
Well, I mean, if that was the first time you've ever been rocked, I'd say you handled it pretty well because, I mean, people forget that just because of how good you were in those, 4.5 rounds, that Klimacek is a top guy. I mean, he's one of the best guys in that division in Central Europe. So, people might not think about that as much because of how easy you made those first 4 rounds look. But that really does say something about, your ability to take a punch or a knee in this case. And, going forward, uh, Muay Thai for Life 14 was recently announced for Gothenburg, October 5th. Is that something that you're looking at?
Of course. I mean, I'm coming off a vacation now. I'm eager to get back to practice. So if there is a opponent that is, I think is going to be a fun challenge, I would take it. Yes.
All right. Well, we'll have to let matchmaker extraordinaire Patrick Thompson cook something up there in that laboratory of his. And speaking of good opponents, coming up now in Karlstad, the co-main event is Sam Wingqvist against Fluck. Two guys that
Yeah,
you are very familiar with. You shared the ring with both of them, 3 rounds of both. How do you look at that fight?
it's going to be a extremely fun fight to watch. Actually, I'm looking forward to it. Fluke was the first fight I had in Muay Thai for life. I came in with a loss after my first professional debut. Went to Muay Thai for life, and that was my first fight there. And I came from a loss. Uh, he had a tons of experience, a lot of fights, but Patrick thought it would be a good fight, and damn, he was right. It was a good fight. He's tough. Flug is really tough. He had really good kicks. Uh, but my fight with Sam, I had at Muay Thai for Life 8, I think,
Yeah.
was as well as really good fight. But the difference there was probably that um, both were kickers, but I think Sam were a little better at walking backwards and fight.
Hmm.
Fluke really marched against me and made it a little bit easier because I am naturally a counter fighter. Sam was backing away a lot more, and he was good on his back feet and was able to land pretty good kicks still backing. So I see two kickers. It's going to be a really technical fight, but I think actually Sam will take this home. I think he had a little bit more height advantage and reach, so I
Hmm.
think he will put it in work there.
And in your opinion, I mean, you're the champ now. How much would Sam Wingqvist need to do to earn a rematch with you?
Good question. I mean, he's fought in different weight classes. I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's been around. He's been up at 63.5, coming back now to 60, and my understanding is that he's going to stay at 60.
Okay. Well. If he makes one or two more great fights and wins, sure, why not? We had a good fight and it was pretty even. So yeah, if he does well in his fights, like one or two, I think that would be enough for me to consider him to go another one.
Nothing more dangerous than a humble champ, I'll tell you that. And you're a very interesting case in sort of a fighting bubble because the surgeon, your technical sort of way of looking at things, your promise to your girlfriend to never get knocked down or knocked out. It seems like your mentality is very much juxtaposed to that fighting mentality that is in many different fighting styles, but especially Muay Thai, where it's like you're almost expected that you have to take some damage when you go in and do it. How did you seem like somebody who wouldn't, personality wise, seek out martial arts. How did all this start? What was it that actually brought you to martial arts in the beginning?
You're actually spot on. First time I saw Muay Thai was in Thailand, 2012. I have never done any martial arts. Of course, when I was younger, like around 5, 6, 7 years old, I always looked up to Bruce Lee and stuff like that. But martial art was nothing for me. I played soccer, I played handball, you know, typical traditional sports here in Sweden. But in Thailand, when I saw Thai boxing for the first time, I remember telling myself, damn, that's something I would never be able to do. That was the first thought. It looks so hard, kicking shin to shin, elbows, knees. Um, but on that journey, like the last week, I was drunk. My friend was drunk. We were in Phi Island. There is a bar. There is a ring. If you fight there, you get like a bucket of alcohol. And yeah, we said, let's do it. We went up. I got beaten up by my friend, and it was that friend that somehow thought he was actually good at Muay Thai since he beat his friend up. So he started at a fight center here in Gothenburg, and he persistently asked me to follow with, just like support. So I went him with one practice, and after that practice, I just thought, "Damn, this is fun." Uh, and the thought was never to be a fighter or fight. It was just like the, I liked the training. It was nice to move my body, and eventually, I remember that after training a year or two, my coach then, Jens Fredholm, he had made a lot of champions, Alex Harris and stuff like that. He told me you should try a fight, and I was a little bit shocked, and I said, okay, I can try. So I tried a fight, and that fight becomes two fights, three, and yeah, on that path it was. And I remember that I think my style started to develop pretty early because I always thought it as self defense and never like I'm learning to hit people. A
Hmm.
lot of people come and want to learn to fight. I wanted to learn to defend myself. And I think that took me on a path to be very defensively oriented and learn how to avoid, how to take least damage as possible. And sometimes you need to punch the person to stop him from hitting you. So, yeah, I think my counter fighting ability and be able to be that defensively and smart and strategic come from, I'm looking at it as self defense and not like a way to hurt people or yeah attack people.
That goes very much hand in hand with your fighting style. That's actually very interesting. And I heard I've heard this sort of, I don't know if it's a myth or a saying, but that the ancient Persians, before they made a big decision, they would discuss it one time sober and one time drunk, just because they said that it has to sound logical for both
Yeah,
minds.
I
And
heard that as
you tested out
well.
Muay Thai one time drunk, one time sober, and obviously it was clearly for you.
Yeah, I heard that as well actually.
Hmm. Maybe there's some truth to it.
Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there is something with martial arts in general that speak to me in a deeper level. I love to be a little bit philosophical about stuff. I'm gonna skip you the headache here, but I think there is so much deeper than just two fists flying each other.
Hmm.
So much more going on beneath the surface that you can't see. So that's what draws me into it.
Well, I mean, I haven't read it, but I've heard that Sun Tzu's The Art of War exemplifies that quite well in about 1,600 pages or however long
Yeah.
that book is, because it's very long. But this interview is also getting a little bit longer than expected, but it's such, you're such a cerebral guy inside the ring and outside. So, I think someone
Thank
could
you.
easily make a 2 hour podcast with you and it would probably be a bestseller. Uh, Rounding things off, what's I'm sure a lot of fans are looking forward to seeing you get back into the ring, defend your title, and remind people who have gotten a little bit lazy now during the summer, who's at the top. What's your message for the fans that are looking forward for your return?
Well, I mean, I hope they stay tuned, follow More Thai for Life for the latest news, and you probably will see me sooner than later.
Well, that's something I'm sure the fans definitely look forward to sooner rather than later. I think
Yeah.
for most of us here. So yes, Sam, the Surgeon Gorogi, always a pleasure talking to you, whether it's inside the ring in a winner interview or outside of something like this. And like he said, stay tuned to Muay Thai for Life.se or the Instagram account where all the latest news will be coming out. Sam, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Sebastian.